open relationships are
valid.
wow, real safe.
Listen, I mean, I have been in one. It did not work out. But I think it is fair to say that a lot of open relationships probably start closed because you need to build trust and foundation and all of that. Which isn't to say that like I'm expecting my relationship to open up. If it does, I'd be fine with it. If it doesn't,
Are you the time traveler's wife?
maybe. Well, it wouldn't be the time traveler from the time traveler's wife?
No, you're the wife.
I'm the wife. Are you the time traveler?
No.
Who's the time traveler?
Your partner.
Oh, him.
Yeah. So they're checking in and being like, yeah, we're still monogamous. No, you died in a car crash. Yes, it's the future. Yes, it's the past.
And he's going back and having sex with his 15-year-old self.
To be clear, I've never watched a frame of the movie or TV show or read the book.
Right. Okay, so I'm
just piecing things
very
together.
blind on this. There is one part where he goes back and has sex with himself in this.
With himself?
With himself, babe.
Wait, what do you mean? He fucks himself?
This is like a 17-year-old, 18-year-old version of himself, flies back like a couple months, and has sex with himself. There's a gay scene. Well, is it gay if you're having sex with yourself?
No, it's narcissistic.
It is kind of narcissistic. Would you have sex with yourself?
No.
Yeah, I don't think I would either.
I'm not my type. I'm everyone else's. Yeah, no. I will never be in danger of twinning.
Yeah, no, me neither. I don't know. Actually,
wasn't your last
my
guy?
ex-boyfriend, they thought we were the same, and I was like, I don't think so. I think we look totally different.
Here's something
my
I'll
current
say.
boyfriend looks nothing like.
Here's something I'll say, because you made it sound like open relationship is what ended your relationship.
Yeah, kinda.
I will say most relationships end, whether or not you open them or not.
Honey, all relationships end. You die.
Well, that doesn't count.
Is it over?
You can fuck the memory of someone, or you can technically probably keep the body. I don't know if there are any laws that say
shove it in
you
your
have
refrigerator.
to bury it.
Yeah.
No, okay. We're not talking about till death, because most people don't make it.
Right. That's you're saying the majority of relationships of all time end before death.
Yes.
Yeah.
By it's factual that the majority of marriages end.
Sure.
I think open relationships are the most mature versions of relationships.
I think that they're just if it's open and both parties do want that and sincerely do, it is a mature thing to get to, absolutely. But just because you're in an open relationship does not mean that you are a mature person.
Fair.
You know, like, I think there's plenty of people out there who are just like, oh, I still just want to fuck around to be non-committal.
Yeah.
Or like...
present.
But, yeah, right. Which is like not a bad thing at all, but also like... I think that there's absolutely something so fucking gorgeous and beautiful about committing yourself to one person and seeing that through, you know, until it either changes or continues to stay because you happen to still be satiated and happy about that person. I've always, when I got into my monogamous relationship, and this is coming from somebody who was in an open relationship previously, I said from day one, I was like, honey, I am so happy being in a monogamous relationship with you. In the same way that, like, if he wanted to like move and change jobs, or I wanted to like leave LA, like a big life event, a big new need,
sure,
we would attack in a mature, honest way. And that's how I kind of look at it. But right now, all I can say is like, I don't want to have sex with anyone else. I don't want him to have sex with anyone else.
Yeah.
I want this to be something that we share. It feels very like intimate and sincere and like I want to take care of him and the thing that we have, and opening it up I feel would muddy waters right now. So that's why I personally couldn't be in one right now, but I'm so for them.
Wait, so if your person said today, hey, I think we should open the relationship, you would break up with him? Because you just said you couldn't be in an open relationship now. I
would say, I need more time. I'm not at that place yet.
And what if he said, I need it to be open right now?
You know, I don't know. I would have to figure that out. Okay. I would have to check in with how I'm feeling.
If something came up, we would be honest and talk to each other.
Yeah.
But I think in practice, that's much harder then you make it sound. Do you know what I mean? Because you have to you have to identify that you're having a certain feeling about something.
Yeah.
And then like you have to document that feeling over time.
Okay.
And like things are going like this.
Yeah.
And so like they might be great one month and then not so great, but then great. And then so my problem begins or starts to be, how much time am I sacrificing seeing if this is worth writing out? Because you said there's something so beautiful about like writing it out, but it's like, I don't think there's anything really beautiful about like sacrificing 5 great years of exploration. But I'm also a solitary individual. Like I'm very like lone.
I mean, apparently, but because you're looking at it as if it's a sacrifice. I don't see it as a sacrifice.
I think you, whether you know it or not, you probably do sacrifice things, or someone sacrifices things.
No. That's the whole point, is that if I felt like I was sacrificing something, then I would be in an open relationship. But I'm not I don't feel like I'm giving up a part of myself to be in this relationship. I feel like I get to be in the relationship wholeheartedly, fully, myself fully present, and have the type of like apex connected sex that I have been dreaming of and wanting for years.
So you don't think you don't think sacrifice is part of relationships?
Oh, I absolutely do.
Okay.
But it's got to be like worthwhile. But that's what I'm saying about open relationship or closed relationship is you don't want to be in a closed relationship because you would view it as a sacrifice. I don't view it as a sacrifice. I feel like it is an opportunity. It is like it is this thing that I get to share. This like sex for some reason is now sacred again. It's like, it's almost kinky. Like right now, it's like right now
most people are not doing what you're doing.
Queer people, and in our circles, they're not in close relationships. The majority of the people that I know are in some sort of openish thing, or they love it, or they talk about it all the time. Same with you, right? And that's fine. That's great. It's almost kind of like kinky, the fact that I'm in a closed relationship, and I kind of fucking love that because it's like, ooh, I have sex with only my boyfriend.
And all of us are like, gross.
Gross. You're like, what do you mean you'll get rammed in the back of a bar by 20 people?
There's a gray area between.
It's called comedy, Zach.
Well, we haven't said one funny thing until this moment, so forgive me for having just the debate go forward. But I'm just saying it's like, I don't know.
You love an open relationship.
To me, open relationships are, I think, more mature than closed.
Yeah.
But I'm coming from a place where I'm coming from a place of most relationships end.
That's some trauma there.
Well, no, it's fact. Just like the majority of marriages, that's a fact. The majority of marriages end.
Right.
So I just feel like obviously that's not it. If a company saw this over time, they'd be like, we got to stop with marriages and figure something else out because we're losing.
Right. But that's what I'm saying is like, I've done the open and I've realized that's not for me right now. I want to go back to a more traditional way of going through my relationship, and I get to do that right now, which is awesome. Do we think that any of this has anything to do, just spitballing here, with the fact that you're a child of divorce and I'm a child of a loving family?
Your family didn't talk to you when you came out, so I actually don't think it has anything to do with that. Your dad forced straight porn on you when you were 13. I don't think.
Yeah, he did.
You came from a better family. They just fucked you up in a more fancy way.
It was a very fancy fuck up.
Yeah, of course. I never saw my parents exchange love, except for like maybe 2 or 3 moments in my life. There was a lot of fighting. So yeah, like I don't put a monogamous relationship as any sort of like success.
Me neither.
Because if I just wanted to be in one, I could be in one today. Today. I'm on Amazon Prime that monogamous relationship. And
Bezos has got nothing on
your tits. Sometimes they say we can have this to you by tomorrow. Oftentimes they're like, we need another day.
Yeah.
I'm like, You knew.
You reneged on that.
I don't like that.
That word, or just that they don't do that?
The word is fine.
Okay.
Although now that you mention it,
Seems
not
a little
loving
dubious.
it. I hate when Amazon is like, we'll get that to you tomorrow, and they're like, actually, we need till Wednesday. I'm like,
Yeah, you changed your mind.
what am I destroying the planet for?
Yeah. I need to call the Better Business Bureau right now.
Yeah, I need my invisible Scotch tape by tomorrow
ASAP.
at 4 p.m.
Right, and I can't drive to Rite Aid right now.
And I need it in the biggest box possible.
Right, yes. I need a massive air.
Wait, can you say anything good about... How about this?
Honey, I love open relationships.
No. Shut your dirty mouth. You'll say good things about open relationships, and I'll say good things about monogamous relationships.
Great. Open relationships, I think they come from a lot of honesty and connection and like trust. You have to have a ton of trust and open pathways of communication and borders and rules or whatever. Like it takes a lot of upkeep, and it takes a very like dropped in person, I think, to kind of get into it. And I do think that there is a certain level of maturity that you have to have in order to be in an open relationship. Absolutely. And they're totally great because, like, you know, I had a lot of really great sex in my open relationship that I was in, you know. I've had also a lot of really great sex as a single person, you know, but that never made the relationship better. It just made, like...
We're straying from my pitch.
Oh, sorry.
You say a good thing about relationships.
You said a but.
I'd say,
right.
I thought we could go back and forth.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Let's do it. Open relationships are liberating.
In closed relationships, you don't have to get tested for STIs.
Open relationships, you...
Wow, stalling on the second good thing. How about like all the lovely different dick you get to?
Yeah, you can have sex with a lot of different people.
Closed relationships removes choice, and as a Libra, that's nice.
Oh yeah, we are Libras.
We are Libras.
Fuck.
Who can't agree on anything?
Can't agree on just on this. I feel like we agree all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
But this is one.
We
thing
probably
that
wouldn't be good friends if we.
It's not that I'm disagreeing with open relationships. I
No,
feel like you're disagreeing with monogamy.
Yeah, fully.
You don't think anyone should be in a monogamous relationship?
Obviously do what makes you happy. I think people go into monogamous relationships with the odds stacked horribly against them.
Sure.
Because even the ones that stay, most of them cheat. So then you've got like this dishonesty, this sacrifice, all for what? You're like living separate lives and we're together. Like that's more important than being honest and like enjoying your life.
And that's the fallacy that I totally agree with what you're saying. I don't want to be in a monogamous relationship that looks like that.
Of course.
Which is why I've said from the get-go and I love geckos, but I've said from the get-go with my current boyfriend, I said from day one when we were like, let's be in a monogamous relationship, I was like, I'm so into that. And I want us to also recognize that the second any of that changes, we have to be super honest about how we feel because like, I don't have any interest in cheating on you, and I don't want him going off and cheating on me. I would rather deal with the ramifications of having an honest conversation and finagling with some therapy than, like, destroying some trust that was built based off of honesty in the first place.
I think the issue we're having here is I'm speaking in broad terms and you're speaking about your relationship.
Okay.
And your relationship might be the exception to the rule.
I mean, probably everyone thinks that, right? That their open relationship is the exception to the rule?
No, I don't think so.
Flipped. Really?
Why? I don't think open relation people have a air of, I've been doing an air of, like, authority or, like, an air of, like...
Recently, it feels like it's more... Not that you've had
I've just been, like, speaking like I'm the more evolved one for open relationships. I don't think open relationship people are like that, though. I think they are to the point of honesty and communication where they're like, yeah, like, we have this great understanding.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But, like, I guess I don't see that as much in monogamous relationships. I'm glad that you have that with your partner.
Yeah. There are a lot. It happens a lot with monogamous relationships. If you're 20, why are you in a monogamous relationship?
Maybe you're an uggo.
Yeah, but like
you can't get
fuck around, man. Like have some sex.
I've heard a lot of older people say that. Like
Have as much sex as you can.
Have a bunch of sex. Don't worry about
a lot of sex.
Same girl. When people ask my number, I'm like, that's cute.
Yeah.
I could not tell you.
Tell you what my body
if you
count is.
slid a number across the table, I'd be like, it's probably more.
Yeah. There was a time that in the pandemic where Preston, my roommate, and we decided to write all of the people that we had, write down all of the people that we had had sex with just in 2020. And mind you, that was a pandemic year. Like, we were not supposed to touch each other. We were supposed to be away. And
you still were like blanking?
I was like in the 40s. Easy. And he was more. Truly, since I've been sexually active with men since 19. Okay.
And no, 18, because I sucked some dicks in high school. I would struggle to even recall all the sexual experiences.
Sure.
Because a lot of them were in a blackout. So they don't count.
What I also think is interesting about your current situation, because you are in an open relationship.
I'm also very admittedly in the beginning of a relationship. The man I am dating has a husband that he is not yet divorced. Sure. I hesitate to even call this guy my boyfriend until he doesn't have
a
husband.
Okay.
Only because it's not his intention to have a husband and a boyfriend. That would be different. And honestly, that'd be ideal, to be a husband's boyfriend.
Sure. Would you call this a relationship?
Everything's a relationship. You and I have a relationship.
That's hot. That was really creepy of me. Sorry. Just like nails only. But okay.
Yeah, of course I'm in a relationship, but
when was the last time you had penetrative sex?
My mouth gets penetrated more often than you'd think.
Anally.
It's been a minute. I've topped.
Yeah, I've topped.
I'm also identifying more as a side gay, which we need to do an episode on next season. Year. Where I love anal sex is great. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot. It's a lot
physically
of
and emotionally.
Juggling balls and things.
Quite literally.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's like a circus act.
But wait, where were you going with that?
Well, I was just going to say
that gotcha journalism.
No, I think you know where I was going, which is like the amount of sex that you have now, and I'm talking about anal sex or sexual encounters, I suppose, is I think lower than the average person who is like in an open relationship and like using it, really leaning into that open relationship.
See, I hesitate to make sweeping generalizations like that because I've met the person you're talking about or the people you're talking about, but I've also met like a much chiller version. I think that comes down to sex drive.
I guess so.
Which I will admit is more for gay men. Right. But you also hang in a group of gay men who are like in the gym for an hour plus a day, like human growth hormone. Not you.
I don't think I know anyone who's an HGH.
Really?
No, that's lying.
Yeah, I know. I see. He forgets that like this is all on camera and I can see into his soul. I don't know anyone. He literally is at a CrossFit gym every day of his life, and he's like, I don't even know what HGH is.
We don't need it. I'm naturally built.
No, but I would say that like that setting is like more of a horny setting.
Yeah.
like look at my fucking look
muscles.
at the arch of my back, man. You know, plan a load between burpees. You know, burp some cum into my butt.
Okay, so I mean, I think that.
What do you think? The people are dying to know.
I think that open relationships and monogamy are super valid.
Yeah.
And, and I think that to be in any relationship, obviously, communication has to be key.
Yes.
Like,
and honesty.
And honesty. Like, anything can get in the middle of your monogamous or open relationship. It's not just sex. I mean, we hang up on this one thing because it is a traditional aspect of defining a relationship by, which is the person that you have sex with. But, like, you can be in an open relationship and be, like, fucking cheating on somebody by, like, you know, cuddling or, like, there's all of these different boundaries, whatever you want to do. And if your boundary if your boundary happens to be sex is the boundary, great. If your boundary happens to be like you can't sleep over with somebody else, that's also great. But as long as it is an understood thing between the two people, and then from there, fuck off.
Okay, like if you were to be in an open relationship, what would be the things that you would seek out and the things that you would put off limits?
Hard to say because I'm like not in one. So I haven't thought about it. But like
this is called critical thinking, Darren.
You know I'm not doing that. I swore off critical thinking.
I'm not even doing
years
regular
ago.
thinking. Because
No,
you're playing this like, I couldn't even think about cheating on my boyfriend.
I could totally think about, yes, absolutely.
So, I guess.
What are some things that I would want? I would just use, if I was in an open relationship right now.
I just know everything you're saying is like, you're making it up now.
No, now I'm trying. No, I will try to think about the answers. Zach.
Okay.
What are you asking? You're asking what are some things that if I was in an open relationship that I would ask for?
What are the things that you would seek outside of your relationship?
Okay.
And what are the things that you would not want your partner seeking outside of the relationship?
Well, it's tough because right now I don't want that.
We get it.
But
you're happy.
I know.
You're in a relationship.
But I'm like, I would use. Here's what I'm saying is, I would use it as a catch-all. I would use it as like oops. Guess you went out and you got really fucked up and you made out with some dude and sucked a little dick. Okay, that's fine.
But you're seeing that as like I'll forgive you thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the boundaries?
What are the boundaries? What are the boundaries of? Well, I think often boundaries are. Like you can't sleep over, you can't go on dates with somebody, you can't.
Which is so interesting because if you just went for coffee with a guy, is that a date?
If the intention behind it was, I am interested in this person and I'm trying to figure out a connection and maybe see where this is going. If there's intimacy that's bubbling behind the coffee date, yes. But if you're just like going for coffee with a friend because you like, love talking to that person, they're funny, maybe you guys work together, something like that, that's fine, right? But if there's like an underbelly of like, ooh, he's like making those things go, so
it sounds like to me your intimacy is off the table for you.
Sure. Yeah.
So you'd rather your person go to like a glory hole than a date.
Yeah, I guess so.
Interesting.
I would rather them go to a glory hole, I suppose. Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah.
Book him.
Book him. Why? How about you?
Well, I just keep going back to, like, I think there's something very hot about giving someone free reign, but there's something very hot about him, like, still choosing me at the end of the day to build his life with.
Oh, I love that.
So it's just like, yeah, babe, like, I know I'm dope. I think you're dope.
Right.
If you really think this person is long-term more dope than me.
Right. Yeah.
Go be dope together.
Yeah. I'm not going to force you to be in a relationship with me.
So I think relationships get more powerful when you are engaging in the sex with other people, but still choosing your partner.
Sure.
And I think monogamous people think like, I didn't fuck that waitress. My relationship is stronger for it.
Agreed. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And what sucks is like, that's still where we are in the world of like, go me. I had self-control.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, oh no, I just need to be like present and honest with the things that I want and like. And if like saving that thing and making it precious again for that one person is the thing that you want, that's great. But like always the ability and option to change and grow, I think is paramount.
Okay. If you were a polygamist, God forbid.
And I just saw that documentary about the FLDS.
Would you?
Yeah.
Don't plug any other content on this. This is about us. If you were a polygamist, would you be the head honcho or one of the sister wives?
Definitely sister wife.
Same.
Definitely. I don't
Too
have
much responsibility.
So much responsibility. There's like a lot of juggling, juggling.
Fewer balls, but they're always in the air.
Yes. I also I'm just not a smart person. Like
that's not true.
Like that. Like you have to be like I am smart, like book smart, I think, but there are people socially like very like they can just maneuver a zillion people at the same time. Like they are
like herding
narcissists
sheep.
And then also on top of that B like they know how to manipulate multiple people at the same time and like that I can't understand.
So are you saying all polygamous men are manipulative narcissists?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. Do you disagree?
I don't know enough about the culture. I just know I thrive as a sister wife.
Yeah.
Having like 2 chores and like 2 date nights.
Sure.
Again, I don't know anything about polygamy,
yeah.
but that sounds amazing. Like, I have my own bedroom?
I don't think you do. I think you have to share it with your 9 children that you've given birth to before the age of 23.
No.
And the fact that your husband, this is polygamy.
We're
in the
doing
FLDS.
polygamy, but make it gay.
Oh, galimity. Polygamy. Well, then can we just that I feel like has a different word, which is polyamory.
No, I'm still picturing like alpha male meant to seed the whole village, 4 of us like bottom leaning guys.
Wild.
And he's like he's like the Liam Hemsworth, and like we're all like part of his. Is harem okay to say anymore?
I think yes.
I'm part of his harem.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if
and
that's
we're
the dynamic,
all leaking Liam cum at all times.
I don't know why you liked Liam Hemsworth more than Chris.
I've just fixated. Oh, because he's got the dark hair, blue eyes thing. He's hotter than Chris, I think.
No.
Yeah.
Especially when you're talking about like a big dom top who's going to have 5 different little
Liam's big.
Boyfriends.
I think
Liam is nowhere near as big as Thor.
I actually think Liam might be taller than Thor.
I agree, but you don't have to be tall to be big.
Okay.
There are big guys who are not tall. And there are tall guys who are not big.
You're bringing algebra to the pod.
It's geometry.
Same thing, some would say. Liam Hemsworth is like almost the underdog. And he dated Miley Cyrus forever.
So?
That's street cred.
That doesn't make you
if
like
Miley Cyrus co-signed a man for that long, he's got to be dicking down pretty substantially.
I mean, if Miley Cyrus if Miley Cyrus was your sister wife, I'd come visit you at the compound.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great.
What a roster already.
I know. Miley.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Yes, hold on.
Who else?
Oh my God,
your Liam Hemsworth sister wife
such
committee.
A great premise.
Build me a bear right now.
Build a bear. Oh, that's another good. That's a sketch. Someone write that down.
Anything's a sketch if you're dumb enough.
Build a bear is very funny, but you go and you build a man, like a husky man.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, wait. Let me think about this. Stop rushing me.
I'm not. I'm literally just staring at you with intentional
Oh my God,
eyes.
Keke Palmer.
Wow.
Me, Miley, Keke Palmer.
Interesting that you're only the guy. You're the only guy.
Of course.
Oh, so you would not. It's only you. It's you and famous women.
I'm trying to make. Okay, you could just say famous women. It's real world rules. Like real world road rules challenge. Liam Hemsworth is like pretty much straight in this situation.
Yeah.
He's Miley.
Yeah.
He's Keke.
Is he dating Keke Palmer right now? I missed that. Oh.
But I bet he'd love to.
I bet. She's great.
She's great.
Okay, so it's the 3 of you. How many kids do you have?
No kids. None of us can bear children. Our agencies have forbid it.
So what keeps you together?
Fun. Okay. Family game night.
Family game night. Mutual respect and understanding.
Yeah. All coming from different like art forms.
Yeah.
Love being Liam's veiny cock.
Mm.
Do I actually need any more reasons?
No, that sounds like it's going to be a funny, very talented household.
Very funny.
Very funny.
Me, Keke, and Miley.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, okay. So
and then what's your...
I guess, so mine's obviously with Chris Hemsworth. I guess
we'll see each other at holidays.
I know, it'll be cute. It would like a big Thanksgiving. Well, I guess they're Australian. They don't celebrate at Thanksgiving. We'll figure out a celebration to get it together. I'll send out a Google chat.
I think Miley might insist on us having a Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Even if it's just like a friends and polygamy giving.
Yeah. I think mine would be Chris. Who is Chris married to?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
It's not
and it doesn't matter.
Person.
We're making Chris. I mean, let's make him a little gay, or do you want it to be you and women?
Make him gay. We have to.
Okay.
Because we made Liam a little gay too.
A little gay.
Well, because he's with you.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that. I think it's just him and me, and then like a bevy of stuffed animals.
Stuffed animals are people. Wait, no. What a cop-out.
I know. No. What? I just want to be with just Chris.
Ew.
Just
Monogamy till he dies.
No, I think. Oh gosh, who I would pack it full with a bunch of men.
Okay.
Yeah, I would not have any sister wives. They'd be sister bros.
Okay.
And I'll throw all the Chris's in there. Why not? Except for
not the
one with
homophobic one, Pratt.
Not Pratt. Ooh, but I would say Pratt, but take the homophobia away from him.
We're putting Pratt out to pasture.
He's canceled?
Anti-LGBT.
I know he is, and he said that really horrible thing about his son or daughter who is special needs. You missed that. But I would take all the bad parts away from him and put a different personality.
I love that you can pick anyone and you're picking a homophobe who hates differently abled people.
Yeah, but he likes me.
I don't even think he's that hot.
Ooh, you heard it, Chris.
We should have capped him at Guardians of the Galaxy. No more.
Sure.
You can be him, Star-Lord, nothing else.
Can I just honestly, I would take that Chris in Parks and Rec.
Oh.
When he's a little chunky, and you can take his belly and go, yeah, and you can like curl up with his belly button and just rub it, like nuzzle his belly button. I
actually hate that we've given Chris Pratt this much time.
Okay, I'm gonna move on.
Okay.
Chris Pine, also not cute.
No, not
a lot of
really.
Acting. It's okay.
Are you doing this on purpose so you get fucked the most?
Yeah, I'm picking the ugliest Chris's possible. That one that dated Whitney. Dated?
Chris D'Elia?
Yeah.
Ew!
Again, so nobody can have it, so that it's just me and Chris Hemsworth.
You know what? Congrats. You've turned me off open relationships. I knew you could do it.
Zach, why do you think that gay or queer people in general are in more open relationships?
Well, coming from my perspective, it's because we're smarter and more advanced. Because this is the thing. Queer people always do it first, and then we have to wait patiently for straight culture to catch up.
Right.
And so it was like dating apps. Oh my God. If I told a straight friend that I met someone online, they clutch their pearls. Oh my God. Gross. That you're going to get murdered. Is that even safe? Oh, I feel so bad for you. Mm-hmm. Now they're fucking swiping on Tinder like their lives depend on it.
Right.
Eating ass. Oh my God. I can't. Could you? Why? That's so gross.
Yeah.
Like, I could never. And now
little
girls are
eating
tongue
ass.
deep
Yeah.
in their boyfriend's booty hole.
Sure. Absolutely.
And now it's open. Oh my God.
Voguing.
We could never. I'm so into voguing right now.
Really. But that's also not the gay black people, 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever. I'm sure somebody knows their actual time. But then now there's like fucking HBO shows about that stuff.
Yeah, still highlighting queer people of color.
Thankfully.
Yeah, but I'm just saying we queer community introduces something because it is actually cool and smart and great. I don't think we've ever introduced a bad thing. Maybe like Rebecca Black. Oh, queer people introduce a concept because we've had to do so much work on ourselves that we know what is actually good.
Yeah.
But by the time we release a concept, it's been like vetted.
Sure. Yeah.
So open relationships I guarantee open relationships will not just be for quirky straight people. Soon they're going to be common.
Yeah.
And you have us to thank.
You're welcome. Yeah, because I was in an open relationship in my 20s.
Darren
you can too.
He was part of the test group.
I was testing.
His test didn't go well, but
it still is it's a good thing.
And you did the groundwork.
Right.
You were on the ground.
Yeah, and you're a good test
in
too.
the field.
Yeah,
I
like
great.
Your testes as well.
I'm testy all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think straight people doesn't work with. Probably coming back to what you said about communication. Historically, men and women are actually incapable of having an open, honest dialogue. Like, much so to the point where I told my girlfriends that my dude wanted to have a sit down and a check-in, and they all collectively creamed their pants.
Wow.
They were like, so he wanted to talk about your relationship? I was like, yeah, we famously do it all the time.
Yes.
And that doesn't happen I don't think it happens as much in straight world.
Yeah. I mean, I think historically it doesn't, but I think right now people are catching on. Talking is good. I'm going to say something really controversial, which is communication is good. And that's why I'm talking.
We're gonna
right
have to
now.
cut that out for your own sake. No, I see straight people white knuckling it through relationships.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Again, bold point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm done with this. Open relationships. I think we figured it out.
We did.
Yeah.
I think God put me on this earth to encounter and massage as many penises as possible. So I will probably remain on the open relationship side of things.
That's so funny. Compared to the amount of sex that you actually have.
No,
but you're more of a side.
You think that because I don't get rammed in my butthole,
Yes.
I don't have sex.
That makes you a less sexual person? Yes.
It's not true.
Wow.
Because someone who does have anal sex might not be sucking 1 to 6 dicks a week.
Do you suck 1 to 6 dicks a week?
No, but I could.
How many dicks do you suck a week?
The number's low right now.
How many dicks have you sucked in the last month?
I said massage and experience as many penises as possible.
That's true. You do
and
love
you took it to be like, oh, you're not sexual. It's like, what?
Well, because you're the act of having sex
Right.
is being sexual.
Yeah. And yes, I'm hitting a dip right now, thanks Zoloft, but I will in my life have way more sexual partners than you if you remain in this monogamous ass relationship.
I don't think you'll ever catch up to me.
Girl, we're neck and neck and I know it.
I'm into necking. Yeah, I think for me, open relationships are they are the future. They really are. I agree with you there. I think culturally, they're the fucking future, right? Personally, not for me right now.
That's like electric cars of the future. I'm gonna keep my diesel, but
absolutely, yes, I can.
I'm gonna kick the tires.
Sure. Hey, this diesel truck is still running, babe. You know, why would I spend a ton of money on a nice new fancy electric car? And you know, when this current car works great.
And he has a Tesla.
I do have a Tesla.
And that's that on that.
Yeah. Bye.